Hello folks and welcome to the Vertigo Tea Party, and let's try freaking Meatbags. It's developed by Wild Factor. You can get it on Windows for $9.99. It's coming to Mac and Linux, quote unquote, soon. You can pick it up on the official site or on Steam. All relevant links will be in the video description below. Let's go ahead and get started. It's an RTS type game where you control a robot who is sort of kind of controlling a bunch of humans, and we're gathering materials and clearing planets and all that good stuff. So I've gotten a few stages done here. You can zoom out and see all the planets here. I don't know if there's multiple systems or if this is the only system in the game so far, but you can see there's a decent amount of planets. Hopefully more to come for sure. Let's see. Let's go ahead and let's do one that I've already done before. Actually, you know what? Let's do a new one. Go ahead and hop on here and let's land on the ship. Survive 6 waves to clear the planets of hostile activity. So you're basically a worker robot. You found these cute little fleshy beings called humans, and you're forcing them to do your work. So first thing, let's grab them all, start gathering resources. Now, some of these guys are a little different. Like, this is an alien that I found at another planet, and he cannot mine. However, he has laser eyes, so he can shoot enemies that I might run across, because currently, my little guy is completely defenseless. So the idea of this game is they start you off on different planets with different objectives. Most of the time, it's gather resources, survive various waves of enemies, X amount of waves of enemies, and then move on. As you can see, we're going to have a wave of enemies coming from that way. At night. Up here you can see how long we have in the day left. We get 60 seconds. Days on different planets have different variations. We're on wave 1 of 6. We can also accelerate time if we so choose. Now we can, as with any traditional RTS, as you can imagine, we can build things. However, we're on the water here, so they can't really build there. And these are high walls, so we can't build there either. However, this is a little bit too far away, so what I want to do is build these guns here, and hopefully that might be enough to trigger. Actually, no. What we can do, let's scout out the land first while they're gathering resources for us. Close that out. Let's see what we've got going on over here, because if you just block off an area, they will find a way around. So what we'll do, let's build a wall here. Metal walls. As you might imagine, the resources you use, or the buildings that you can make, use the resources that these guys gather. Now, you have to run over here sometimes because they are humans, so of course they are very lazy. And eventually they will start working. Oh, is it nighttime already? I didn't even realize that. That's not good. See, these are pretty expensive guns. Oh, come on, hurry up. They're very expensive. Your total resources are up here. You can see I've got 20 of this metal, 340 of this, 0 of that, 0 of that. Now this metal, whatever it's called, is, at least from what I've seen, by far the most useful. So do we know where our next attack is coming from? Because some waves come from different directions, so it's kind of important to know so that you've got all your stuff set up properly. So still trying to explore this land, get a good feel for what it looks like. Try not to waste too much time, because again, we do have to watch our humans because they get lazy. Now, one of the interesting things about this game, you can run by your own walls, which is really nice, by the way. Make sure they're still working. Okay, good. Johnny's still hanging out. In fact, Johnny, you come over here with your laser beam eyes. You're going to help defend over here. But one interesting thing about this game, and I'll show you now. Now, we might actually not beat this just because I'm trying to show you, the game more than just trying to win it. You can do DNA fusions. So let's build one of these here. Not enough resources. Resources are pretty slow to get, I have noticed. So we need 25 metal and a little bit of the green. So let's go ahead and you two get back to work. You mine the green stuff there. But yeah, definitely you need tons and tons of whatever it is this metal is. The rectangular metal. We'll call it the Tic Tac metal, because it looks kind of, it doesn't look like Tic Tac, because calls it the gray bar metal. We'll call it iron. How about that? Iron, that sounds good. So we should have enough. Nope, we still don't have enough to create the DNA. But in a nutshell, what you can do, and I will build it just to show you how this works, is you can use the DNA combiner to combine the DNA of humans and aliens to create these interesting hybrids. Let's go ahead and get that created. You can also use it to make... Wait, what else do we need? We need 25. Oh, jeez. Come on, guys. I need to spread them up a little bit more. Let's wait for him to return. Alright, you need to be getting this metal. Forget this fire stones, whatever those are. Those aren't that useful. Alright, looks like these... And it shows you what's coming. These are like the slower, nastier types. But we don't have really enough metal to make anything. Another thing we can make is a road booster. This makes our little humans mine faster. But yeah, resource management, as again, you can imagine in an RTS like this, is really damn important. Especially because early on, getting these metals takes a long time. And the things that you build, especially the guns, are very expensive. This gun takes 200 of this iron. And you can see how slow they are getting it. And it mines out pretty quick as well. So you have to be constantly roaming around the map, trying to find new places where you can get the metal, which is another reason that I've been moving around. Now, this is a special type of mineral or material or resource, whatever you want to call it. Up here, you can see we have that stuff, the yellow, silver, gold type looking thing. We have CPUs. You can mine the silver or the... let's get you over here so you can actually shoot this thing. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to kill these. Yeah, we might have already lost this. Now, we can actually attack the robots. Oops, did not move him fast enough. Alright, so some of these guys have laser beam eyes. I'm not sure which brings me to one of my complaints about the game, is that a lot of times I want to know who has certain abilities, like laser beam eyes, for example. Let's try to do a little damage with our robot here. Nope, please don't go over there. Yeah, we're probably doomed. Because these guys take a ton of hits. And we do not have enough minerals. Well, actually... it looks like it's going to be just out of range, no matter where we put it. There we go. Maybe we'll hit it. You want to zap this guy? He's very lazy. Wow, it's not doing hardly any damage at all. A pathetic amount of damage. Nope, come on. Nope, nope, he's busy blasting away. So yeah, it's usually not this difficult. I probably should have started on another map where I was more familiar with it. Where I'm actually not trying to just talk. Alright, so let's just restart this map, because we're doomed. Obviously, if our central area gets destroyed here, we're screwed. And you can buy upgrades and whatnot. Anyway, what I was saying before I got rudely interrupted by those unstoppable beasts, was that these are special resources. Let's go ahead and have you all go there, and you two get that, because there's not really a whole lot we need. But these gold are special in that you can use them later on to unlock new towers, unlock new walls, basically buy new upgrades that you can use in further missions. For example, I've bought upgrades for the sentry guns so that they shoot faster, do more damage, etc. So let's go ahead and scout out a little bit more. Now you'll notice too, you can't move the map. Oh, are they coming from this direction this time? I don't know if every time you do the map, maybe it randomizes where they're coming from. Which would make sense, keeps it interesting. No, actually I think they're coming from the same side. But yeah, might as well explore around over here. But yes, you cannot move the mouse or map anywhere that your robot is not. So you definitely need to keep in mind where you are, especially because you have to, again, pay attention to the humans because they are lazy. As you can see, sometimes they'll say, "Oh, I'm bored," blah blah blah, and then you have to smack them around and get them to work. So we're not going to wall that off just yet. We're going to hope that they have to come this way, and we are going to build some guns. We're going to probably wall all this off. I think they end up spawning over here. I don't think they have a spawn, like, location. Oh, yeah, but they do. There they go. Okay. So we'll just have to hope that they don't go that way. We can build another gun, or we can upgrade this one. For now, I'd rather get a second gun, and then we'll focus on upgrading them. I think these turrets can shoot through walls. The guys with laser beam eyes cannot. So hopefully we'll get we can make some DNA here soon. We'll want to go and start stockpiling the green mold type stuff, because we'll need that later on for our DNA combining. Now, sometimes these enemies drop CPU chips. CPU chips, very good. These can also be collected. Wave 1 cleared of 6. We probably won't make it through, given how badly I've been playing so far. But you use the chips to purchase things, again, not during the mission, but in between missions, kind of in the hub world type thing, if you will. Alright, we need more people. We need them fast. Good. Get this built. Buildings also cost power. I haven't ever had an issue running out of power yet. I'm not that far into the game, but yeah. Anyway, the chips you can. I'll show you what you can buy with the chips and the gold after this. But in a nutshell, gold buys actual items that you can now build in the maps. Chips buy various things like your robot moves faster, or he can heal faster, or things like that. There's also other things you can purchase, like mine slugs to install on your humans. And notice I said install, which makes them work faster. So we definitely are going to want a wall up to stop these big nasties. So let's get some defensive walls up. My concern is that they'll try to go that way. But let's see if we can avoid that. And let's upgrade these to level 2. How much does it take? Here you can see the damage difference. How much it costs. 85 iron, damage 300, rate 3.0 out of 5 every 5 seconds, I guess. Range, etc. Pushback. Have a little pushback. So we definitely want to get a little bit more walls, though, I think. Depending on how much longer we have. That looks like 83 seconds, so we need to get moving. Now, we have our DNA infuser here. Let's go ahead and grab Helga. Helga actually has a mind slug. We're going to put her in the DNA combiner. And we'll grab... see, does anybody have some laser beam eyes? Because I like to give people, or get people with laser beam eyes if at all possible. So you see, he does have laser eyes. Now, I've forgotten how this works exactly with humans, but let's go ahead and fuse their DNA. She does not. I don't remember. Because generally what the DNA fusing is, what I'm trying to say here, is that they will combine abilities. But they're different. Humans do it one way. Hold on, let's find out. Here we go. So we have a human plus an alien. The alien transfers its ability to the human. So in other words, if the alien has eye beams, the human gets the eye beams. But, you know, that's it. And of course the human keeps any other traits it has, I presume. A human plus a human, it only keeps the abilities that are transferred from to humans. So if only one human has eye beams, that won't work. So I don't want you. Sorry. It's nothing personal. Fine. Alright, you get laser beam eyes. You get in here. And we need 10 iron and 20 snot rocks. So let's start mass producing humans. We got 6 in the pipe. We do need to be careful though, because we need... obviously we need money for stuff here. Alright, so it looks like we are getting close to them be attacking. These walls are not very tough. My concern is that they're just gonna... yep, that was what I was worried about. Come on. Need more resources. Hopefully if I make the wall big enough, they'll just go that way. Instead, go that way. Nope. Yeah, little nuances like this, I haven't quite figured out how all that works. What we're going to do is recycle these. And up. God. Unfortunately, you can't build if you're standing there, which honestly is kind of annoying. Defense. We need to get some walls up. We can only build one thing at a time, too, which is pretty bad. Yeah, we're pretty much screwed here yet again, I think. Oh, yeah, you could have been over here the whole time. Getting blocked. So did I do... oh, okay, I'm doing more damage if I attack from the front. So let's do that. Alright, let's let him weaken up a little bit because I'm very low on health right now. Alright, you guys get over here. I don't know who has laser beam eyes, but as you can see, we're building more people with laser beam eyes. So, theoretically, it's all good. Those laser beams do a pittance for damage. Oh, actually, my robot died. I thought he had a little bit left. Alright, let's go to the planet map. Yeah, that one definitely took a serious jump in difficulty. These maps have been pretty easy for the most part. That was a huge jump. Let's try a different map here just so I can show you. Oh, let's show you the upgrade in the shop. The upgrades are, again, these are what you use the CPUs for that you get from killing the other robot enemies. Robot durability, increase your robot health, robot speed, human crew capacity. Whenever you beat a stage, you can take X number of humans with you, however, whatever, based on whatever your crew capacity is for your ship. And you generally want to do that because whenever you start a ship, the more humans you have, the faster you start off with resources, and the more resources you get quickly, you can build the cloner, which will let you get, and you know, take 2 people out and build people faster. So it's kind of, it builds on itself. So human crew capacity seems pretty darn important. Building efficiency just makes stuff build faster. Main base durability makes that main base stronger, and recycling gives you a little bit more money back when you do the recycling. And the shop, again, the shop is where you spend the gold nugget type things. You can buy various upgrades like the big wall here. It's a sturdier wall. I've already bought this, the mine. I probably should have used that earlier. Completely forgot I had it. You can also install brain slugs. As mentioned before, they're only $300 a piece. Pretty cheap. Pretty nice too because, again, while they have the brain slug on them, which is permanent, I believe, I don't think they ever stop working. They never get lazy, so you don't have to micromanage them as much. And even then, to get them to work again, you just have to run by them. So let's pick, we'll go ahead and pick on this ship, I guess, or this area. I don't know if we'll do the whole thing. No, wait, let's not do this one. It's interesting too, the maps are mixed up. It's not always, okay, land, build a base, get resources, survive the waves. Sometimes they're more exploratory, so you have to run around, rescue things, or find objectives, do things of that nature. So they do try to mix it up a bit. All right, like for example, this one. The dialogue's pretty interesting, very, very tongue-in-cheek type info, or type dialogue info, wow. Now, on these stages where you're running around, you often get these drones, and then you can use those to fire. Very loud bullets. As you can see, the damage is not great though. AI on the enemies isn't all that smart either. They just kind of only know to attack you when they can see you. You have to be careful here. One thing that throws me off about some of these stages too is the fact that the camera, depending on where you are, it feels off-center. And since the camera moves with you and you can't move the camera or what the viewable area is without moving your actual robot, it throws me off a little bit. Nothing, you know, serious. But I also don't quite understand the point of the day and night cycles on these types of missions, because generally night means that's when the aliens are going to spawn and attack you. All right, we got another machine gun drone. But yeah, it means that the robots are going to be attacking you, so you have to watch out for that. Here they kind of attack you regardless, so I'm not sure if they're tougher during the day or what. Yeah, the game volume for the shooting is very, very loud, a little bit overdone. This game is in early access. I forgot to mention that early on, sorry about that, but it is in early access, so you know things can and will change. Come on, just die. This is a relatively easy mission. Again, I think this is the first one where you just run around and collect things. But I want to do another RTS one. I'll do this mission a little bit longer, and then I'm going to switch back and do try to find one of those other missions where more typical RTS of what you'll be doing. Because I want to show the DNA mixing a little bit better. Though I think you get the idea, right? Yeah, all objectives have been completed. I didn't need you yet. And then you'll get an auto take off in 5 seconds when the mission's done. I think you get a rough idea of what the RTS elements are, but like I say, I want to do... Good lord, some of the game sounds are super loud. Land. Let's go here. I don't remember doing this. Oh, yes, I do. This is the first mission with roads. Music's pretty nice, too. I like the music. It's pretty catchy. Alright, so let's just start. And also, if you haven't noticed, once you beat a planet, you can go back and redo it with, you know, the crew that you have and the upgrades that you have as well. So obviously, needless to say, they'll be much easier. There's also percentages. I don't recall how you score higher with percentages, to be honest. I think maybe it has to do with finding all the items and whatnot. You don't have to mine out the entire area or anything like that to get 100%. I know I've gotten 100% on everything to this point. Like I said, I don't recall offhand how to do that. Now, this mission, they tend to come from different areas. So you're going to have to pay attention to where they're coming from. So we're just put some general defensive machine gun towers around here. Gotta go easy on the walls because they just seem to run around the walls. And guns and everything else are so expensive, you don't really want to waste it on walls, it feels like to me. Unless you just find these narrow corridors. I mean, obviously you could also just not use the walls to block them, but more to get them to go where you want, right? So you could put like a ton of guns here and a wall here to block that off so that they're all coming in that way. Things like that you can do. So as soon as we can, I'm actually going to build a DNA so we can show that off, because we want to get our population growing as quickly as possible. Now, again, these aliens, he's not being worthless. Well, he kind of is being worthless. But these aliens with the laser beam eyes can't mine. Only humans can mine. But that's why you breed them with the humans, so that you get mining, laser shooting miners. You'd think they'd mine faster with laser beam eyes to get back to work. Alright, so now what I want to do is get 2 people with laser beam eyes. We should be okay for this wave. This is, again, pretty early on. Somebody else with laser beam eyes. Let's wait for him to return. Drop stuff off. Excellent. And let's make some babies. Well, actually making full-grown humans, but who cares, right? And also you can tell when they're jumping over or hopping over the road or whatever it is that they're doing. They definitely get quite the boost. So you want to get roads because as you mine out the place, they have to run quite a ways to get where they're going. So it becomes quite worthwhile to do that. Now, one thing I would like to see added is in a true RTS style. I would like to have it so that when a unit gets built by the fuser or created or birthed or however you want to look at it, you can say, okay, right click over here, have that unit come over here and automatically start harvesting. So you don't have to, you know, micromanage that part. However, they have a convenient way around that. There's a button here for select all idle humans. You can click that and then click here and that will tell them to mine, which is pretty handy. You keep making humans. Yep, see, I'll select idle humans. And let's see, we need more of this, more of the iron. What I'm calling iron anyway. As you see, resources are pretty darn tight, so you want to get as many people going as humanly possible. Now, of course, I could also make another DNA infuser. In fact, I assume I can, because we could probably make a lot of people quickly. Now, you can have a limit, again, RTS, you have a max human limit of, right now, 15. However, you can build barracks so that you can create more humans. So the question is, well, should I just keep making more and more DNA combiners? That way I can pump humans out even quicker. Because pumping out humans is very important, obviously. Again, selected all the docile humans. Alright, we're going to make another gun as soon as we can. You'll do. Well, let's line them up. And yeah, so right now the only alien I've met is the one with the laser beam eyes. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and Morty's wood, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's make another DNA infuser. Making more people faster is good. How are we doing? Let's go ahead and get a second one built. And we can build barracks. Barracks increases our max humans so that we can make more humans. Now again, it's pretty expensive as you saw. It's about 50 iron, 100 snot metal. So they're pretty expensive to make. So you can, again, and there's not that many It's an interesting take on the RTS because typically you have each stage is going to last you an hour or so if you're playing the single player, that is. But these stages are relatively short. Go ahead and go over here. You are going to, oh, I need somebody with laser beam eyes. You get in here and we're going to start really pumping out the humans. Incubator empty. Oh, there we go. All right. So how are we doing over here? So far, so good. We'll make some walls just because. But yeah, now we really want to start focusing on spitting out the humans quickly. But yeah, in a lot of RTS type games, again, you're going to be there for a while, so it's not a big deal to sacrifice resources to get resources faster. Here, you kind of have to ask yourself, is it worth it to sacrifice resources to get more resources quickly when each stage lasts a shorter amount of time? Now, there's a lot of iron up there you probably saw, but there's a long path to go, which means a lot of roads to make, which means a lot of materials lost. So for the time being, can't build on that type of ground, okay? I'm going to get them going over here. And let's see, all of them are free now because it ran out of iron. But yeah, I find that an interesting dynamic, or a different change from your standard RTS. Because again, you don't have as much time, so it's not as obvious choice. Because again, in slower RTSs, it's usually a pretty obvious choice. If I need to spend resources now to get more resources in a very short future, then yes, we need to do that. Here, it might not be worth it because you only have to survive X number of waves, so it might just be wasted effort, and that money might be better spent on defenses or what have you. But here we're going to try to go all out and kind of test our theory here. What's our resource? Can we make another barracks? Yeah, because we're going to need another barracks soon. Build some more humans. Again, yeah, this, I definitely wish you could auto have humans go to a certain area, because that is a little tedious to have to, when they get spawned, go and take the, point them where they need to go. Another nice thing about having all these humans is that you have lots of humans with laser beam eyes. So if we get into a nasty situation, I can rally them all up and they can beat some of these enemies down. Alright, so we have enemies coming over here this time. I can't tell what kind. Oh, it's the small guys. If I can remember correctly, this is a pretty serious wave, so. Now, what I could do, I could wall all that off, but I think that would end up backfiring, I believe. I could wall this off, however. That at least will slow them down. Get back to work. Alright, let's keep building humans. Make sure to get that barracks, to keep that barracks used. How are we doing on the metal over here? It's almost gone. So for now, you guys who are inactive, go over here. I will make some roads. As you can see, it starts to get pretty involved. Once you start getting past these very early stages, it does start to get a little bit involved. A lot going on, which is cool. I like that. We're going to go ahead and grab the idle humans and bring them over here. Actually, I don't think there was any. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab a bunch of humans here. It said humans are starving. Oh, I made more than I needed. Wow, that's a lot of I-beams. Come on, back up. Don't let them run into you. There you go. Alright. That was pretty well. We need more barracks, though. Unfortunately, we didn't lose any humans in the fight. Actually, no, we did. We lost one. I mean, oh god, it's awful. They died. So it's kind of nice now that we're working over here, because since the enemies are coming this way, they'll zap them on their way to work, which is pretty sweet. Go ahead and get this down. Another barracks. And we can make this the mine that helps supply materials to your base. Gathering speed 200%. I'm down with that. We want to get these. That's my one complaint so far. And again, I think we're pretty early on. Iron, or what I'm calling iron, seems to be way more useful than anything else that we've run into so far. Like as far as the other metals. Also, you can tell how many clones are in the queue by that number. That's pretty nice. It's like the idle workers. I'm keeping, you know what? We don't need this many grabbing green. Are you still? Oh, nope. All right, they're going to run out this time. So we are going to try to catch them. Nope, you go on up there. We only need like one person grabbing the green snot metal. All right, you guys all go up here and strip mine the hell out of that. We should be stripping this out pretty quickly, I think. So now we can start getting more turrets. But yeah, I like this game. It's quite fun so far. How we doing on barracks? Need more barracks. We'll just put a barracks up here. Now, another thing you start thinking about is like, okay, well, we're getting a lot of materials at this point. Maybe I should start having some humans grab money so that I can upgrade, which is not a bad idea. Let's go ahead and grab... Are there any idle humans? No? No, there is not. Interesting. Let's build some humans. We got the barracks built. Feel like we need another one. At this point now, I'm just like, yeah, let's get resources as fast as ridiculously possible. Oh, what are we low on? Oh, nope, we do need snot metal. We need snot metal. Low on the snot metal. All right. I really like this music, by the way. I'm quite a fan of it. But let's go ahead and you grab that money. And again, I like having a resource that's useful outside of the game because, again, it becomes a question of, well, do I feel confident enough that I'm doing good in the game that I can just be like, well, forget it. I'm going to, you know, grab money for after the mission. All right, so now we've got these big dudes coming up. So let's quickly build some walls. Let's upgrade. Upgrades are instant. I love how they're just like they're shooting them like while they're working. That's awesome. This is why you like humans with laser beam eyes. Wave 4 clear. Was that all of them? Oh, no, one more wave. So yeah, this is where it starts to get interesting to me. I want us to just upgrade the heck out of these. I don't know whether... Actually, I'm going to wait on upgrading. Because I am not sure where the rest of the attackers are going to come from. I think there's going to be more... Let's go... I want to totally mine this place out up here. Actually doing pretty good. No? Okay, well... And that's another reason you need to think about where you build your stuff, because you don't want the DNAs down below, because now I can click on these while I'm up here doing other things. So it's, again, another interesting dynamic. This is a really cool game so far, I gotta say. I've really been enjoying it. And again, it's like, what? I think I said it was $10? Pretty cool, especially if you like RTS, and especially if you like a variant of the RTS. If you like the old traditional StarCraft RTS, and that's pretty much the only type of RTS you like, with more long, drawn-out maps, etc., this might not be up your alley. But if you like just that general style, the base building, the getting resources, building defenses, all that, I think you'll like this game. Like I say, I'm very much enjoying it so far. Again, the music's really catchy, the graphics are nice, and like I say, it's just fun. I like all the gameplay elements. I haven't run into any bugs, I don't think, at all. Hey, get to work. I need to hire a foreman, apparently. Alright. Wow, 600 metal. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Where are these enemies coming from? Coming from that way? Okay. Oh, okay. Well, one guy starved to death, but that's okay. We have enough barracks. I think I'm happy with the number of people I've got. So it looks like they're still coming this way, which is good. They are not going to like the welcoming party, I'm afraid. Okay. Yeah, they are not going to be pleased by this, I don't imagine. Get to work. Alright, so we're not going to make any more humans. We got 35. But it did work out, though. Even with a shorter stage, I think it did work out to go ahead and just make more humans. Because we're getting resources very quickly now. And especially with them having the laser eyes, they're a good secondary defense. Let's go ahead and upgrade the cheaper upgrades. That's 85. I want to get these upgraded all the way. 130. Now, the upgrades eventually get to be 200, so yeah, it's very expensive to upgrade them all the way. But they seem to do a fair amount of damage. Oh, we're actually low on power as well. We've maxed out our power. Let's go ahead and... Actually, you know what? We're going to leave this, because if a turret dies, then this one will power on. As you can see, a little different than the last stage. We got these guys coming in. No, my humans! Let's just see if they can take it. Come on, humans, you got this. No, don't run into them, you fools. I'll protect you, stupid humans. Never mind. You'll just run to your death. All right, wave 5 cleared. We should auto take off in just a little bit. Yep. And we'll clear it up here, or we'll wrap up here in the end. New perfect score. Robot not damage. I thought I took damage. Oh, I'm not going to complain. So yeah, it does pay off to redo stages. There's not that much stuff to well, I take that back. There's a lot of stuff to upgrade with the CPU for sure. But with the goal is not a ton of stuff to upgrade, but it does actually pay to go back to these stages, because now when I first entered here, we didn't even have the cloning, we didn't have any of that stuff. We had to deal with the humans that we had, if I recall correctly. But now I can go back with all those tech upgrades I've got. Now I can mine all the gold that I need very quickly and not have to worry about the enemies as much. So all right, so we can only take, let's see, right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like you can get up to 10 total. I think you start with 5 or 6 because I upgraded this multiple times, I believe. So of course, generally you want to take people. You can also see the people have experience. I didn't mention this before. They have experience. I'm assuming that just makes them do things faster, like resource mining. The higher their XP, I presume, the higher, the faster they mine, things like that. Laser eyes XP means they do more damage. Which would probably have helped before. They probably had just really low, like 0 laser beam eye experience. So that's probably why they were doing really crappy damage. But yeah, I'm just going to stick with this. We're going to take off. Sorry, you guys can just kind of have fun finishing out mining the rest of that planet. Sorry about that. But yeah, so that was freaking Meatbags. So far, I really enjoy this game, especially for $9.99. I really enjoyed it. Again, if you like RTS type games at all, I definitely think you should check this out. It's a very interesting spin on it. Again, the shorter maps do make it a little bit more, you kind of have to weigh, okay, do I really want to go crazy on resource gathering? Because it's not going to last that long, I have to worry about being attacked at night. There's different nighttime cycles based on the planet, which makes, you have to plan a little bit different. If you're like a really long day cycle, then you don't have to worry as much about night. But if it's like day, night, day, night, day, night quickly, then you need to quickly prepare defenses and have to worry about repeated attacks. And again, that's where the laser beam eyes with your people sure as heck helps. But yeah, there's a lot to it, and I'm quite enjoying it. And they're still working on it. It is early access. So yeah, definitely check out freaking Meatbags. Again, all relevant links will be in the description below the video. Thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this, maybe covering some games you maybe didn't hear about, make sure to follow me. And you can also follow me on Twitter. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.